Welcome to Ageless Fury. Randall Cox here. Hey, today we're going to talk about limitations that are associated with our exercise programs. Hey, if this is your first time here, start by subscribing now. Let's get those notifications turned on so that you don't miss anything. Now, look, there appears to be a misconception that exercise can be very difficult to manage and in some cases dangerous, so that, perhaps it's best if it's avoided, okay? But look, that isn't the case, okay? As there are a number of low impact, safe exercises to fit everybody. And look, I agree, some people do exercise in a dangerous manner by not lifting correctly, or they ego train with too much weight. Look, research has repeatedly shown that exercise is linked to lowering our risk for certain types of diseases, okay, and helping us achieve better overall health. But misconceptions about exercise still exist, and it's not difficult to see why. Now, exercise recommendations at times, they're often based on kind of a one-size-fits-all concept, okay? But look, no two people are the same, in terms of their body type, their limitations, and their goals. In looking at limitations, of course, age plays a role here, as most people start to lose, that muscle strength, bone density, and our body composition shifts from less muscle to higher fat as we age. However, research has shown that weight training at any age results in positive gains in muscle mass, strength, bone density, and improvements to overall health. Hey, and this is even true for people that are into their 90s. Now, safety can also be a concern, okay, if you're not exercising smart. Look, I see people trying to reconfigure a machine into, some type of new training, think they've just invented this great new exercise that's going to transform their bodies, rather than use that machine the way that it was intended for. Look, machine training, this is one of the safest forms of exercise, and not using it correctly is not exercising smart. But probably the biggest safety concern is when it comes to ego training. Now, for some people, okay, piling as much weight as they can on a bar is the most important part of that exercise. Okay, using correct form is never part of that equation. So when I see someone load, 300 pounds on a squat bar, okay, and they lift it 3 inches, okay, and they think that they're impressing everyone in the gym, it just makes me shake my head, okay, because what you're doing is you're tearing up your joints. What you're not doing is engaging that muscle to its full potential. So remember, full reps and time under tension, this is what builds muscle. Okay, so you're going to be much better off using a full range of motion at 100 pounds opposed to doing a tenth of a rep at 300. Now, when choosing what type of exercise that you do, your ability should be your primary consideration, okay? Because people they have joint issues, they have weight issues, they might have health issues that affect, their ability to take on certain types of exercise. Look, especially when you're first starting out, okay, it's always best to start slow and you can work up from there. So, it's probably not the best idea to jump into a 45-minute, high intensity workout right out of the gate, okay? Because I'll tell you, chances are you're going to be so sore that you're going to be, walking kind of funny for the next 3 days. Look, you're better off to start, at a moderate rate of intensity for about 20 minutes and go from there, okay? Now, once you find your comfort zone, you can push up from there, okay? Because you do want to push that comfort zone every time that you exercise. Now, if you're weight training, look, it's not always about adding more weight, okay? Maybe you add in a few extra reps. Maybe it's an extra set. Maybe it's a new exercise, okay? All of these are progression, and we do need to progress. So that leads to the question, what type of exercise should I be doing? And that really depends on your goals, okay? Now, if you want to add muscle size, that's a very different goal than losing weight. Now remember, our main goal is kind of that end vision, okay? And ideally that's where we want to, end up. That's where we want to be. But we do have goals, okay? And those goals are steps along the way to achieving that end vision. Now look, for those of you that follow me know, I'm not big on weight loss, okay? Because what we really want is fat loss, okay? Remember, weight loss, that is a loss of fat and muscle, whereas fat loss is exactly that. It's fat loss. But I do agree that for some people, weight loss is good, at least for a short time. But ideally, okay, we don't want to lose the muscle because that's what burns the fat. Now look, whatever type of exercise that we engage in, there are two main components here: patience and consistency. Now, a lot of people like cardiovascular exercise. Now, that's not my thing, but if you enjoy doing it, then do it, okay? And maybe you start out, just walking on a treadmill. And over time, maybe you kick that up to a jog. Now, if you have joint issues, then, jogging, might not work. So there you stick to walking, or maybe you try a stationary bike or an elliptical. Okay, look, if you like cardio, then, try out those different machines. Find what you like, because your workout might consist of, 10 to 15 minute sessions using, 3 different forms of cardio machines. The Stairmaster, look, this is another great workout, but, that can be a little rough on the knees. Now, as we move on to weight training, okay, now here things can get, a little bit more complicated because there are so many different machines, and understanding how they all work can be a little bit of a challenge. Now, hopefully there's, maybe a staff employee that can help you, but trust me, that's not always the case. Now, for times like this, then, you're better off investing in a personal trainer for maybe just 2 or 3 sessions, okay? They can show you how those machines work, and they can also set you up with, maybe a simple workout program to kind of get you started. Now, studies have shown that strength and resistance training, they improve, our bone density and muscle mass. Now, this is important, okay, because our bodies start to age once we hit our 20s. So, if you can get out in front of this in your 20s, look, you're going to benefit from this for decades. And, so with older people, look, they are likely to gain muscle mass and gain strength from exercise. It does get harder to build muscle tissue as we age. And even for elite athletes, okay, who maintain a lifelong, high level of training, they do start to see decreases in their performance. Now, for some people looking to lose weight, they feel cardio is their best option, but that may not always be the case. Now, during a cardio session, okay, you are going to burn more calories than a weight training session that's completed in the same amount of time, but that weight training session is going to continue to burn calories longer after the workout. So the actual end result here is that you will burn more calories, doing the weight training than the cardio. And, and of course, the more muscle that we add, the more effective that our bodies become at burning fat. Now we have high intensity interval training. Your HIIT works out, okay? Now here we have, basically a combination of both cardio and weight training, where we're training at or near, 100% effort, for a short bout, followed by rest. But now, because this is high intensity, you really need to start slow and build up from there. So that's, it's a 15-minute session, 20-minute, 30 minutes, and kind of build up from there. Now with fitness, okay, it's not the most positive element of the exercise, okay? Exercise, it's shown to improve our mental health, our cognitive function, and maybe lower our risk for injuries. Now, balance is also an important skill that we can obtain from certain forms of exercise. Yoga being one of those. A combination of strength and balance exercises. Look, this carries with it a good benefit for our bodies. Now, the best type of exercise for you is the one that you are most consistent with, okay? Because once you find something that you enjoy doing, exercise gets easier. Now, for some people, who are very competitive, look, they enjoy that challenge of trying to outperform, what they accomplished the last time that they exercised. While others, look, they like that atmosphere. They like knowing that they are investing in one of the most important aspects of their lives, and that's maintaining a healthy body as we work to celebrate our 90th birthday. Hey, please leave your comments as I work with people on their quest for better health. And if you're looking for more programs that can help you have that weight loss, your nutrition, and your exercise goals, please follow me on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you.